I think we can all agree that the last 2 to 3 months have been the most obscure, confusing, and boring months of our lives. It feels like our lives have been flipped upside down. To refresh your memory on what happened in the world a year ago, when everything was normal, the NBA and NHL playoffs were in full swing, Game of Thrones ended, and apparently the Princess of England had a baby. At Elgin Academy, senior speeches were well underway, spring carnival had happened, and underclassmen were beginning to feel the stress of final exams. In EA tradition, the fourth Wednesday in May is the last day of classes for seniors, which also means it's the seniors' last few hours on campus as high school students. On any other day, the final bell at 2:45 marks the end of the 8th period, a glorious moment for high school students. But on the fourth Wednesday in May, it marks the end of 4 years of hard work, growth, and fun for the senior class. Well, here we are, the fourth Wednesday in May, the day the class of 2020 is supposed to leave school for the first time as students. However, due to obvious circumstances, we have made our final departure prematurely. So today I stand before you, or rather on your screens, to impart the vast, priceless wisdom of an 18-year-old soon-to-be high school graduate. Although this isn't how I imagined my last couple of months of high school to play out, I have accepted the fact that there's nothing I can do to change it, so I might as well make the most of it. That being said, without sounding like some sort of pseudo-intellectual, I would like to share with you the things I've learned from not only my several years at Elgin Academy, but also from the last 69 days of not being in school. As cliche as it sounds, the greatest thing I've learned is to never take my current situation for granted. At the time, none of us thought that our last day in school as high schoolers would be some random Thursday in the middle of March. How differently would we have treated that day if we had known it was going to be our last day in school? For me, this thought brings real meaning to the phrase, live each day as if it were your last. Looking back, I find that the things that seemed arbitrary at the time are now the things I miss most about being in school. For example, the random, passionate, and sometimes heated arguments my friends and I would have before class almost every morning became something I unknowingly looked forward to. I first came to Elgin Academy in fourth grade. When my parents told me what was happening, I was furious. I resented the idea of leaving my old school, but there's a place where I had friends and felt comfortable, so I didn't see a reason to leave. However, this quickly changed within just a few days of starting at EA. In fact, the friends I made are still some of my best friends to this day, which leads me into my next point. The relationships I've made here over the years are unbreakable. Because I went through middle school with much of the same people I'm graduating with, we've all grown together. Now, I'm not sure most of you know this, but sometime in the summer between freshman and sophomore year, I had decided I had enough of the small school environment that I was so accustomed to at Elgin Academy. For some reason, I thought I would be happier at a large public school or some other larger private school. Early in my sophomore year, I even explored several East Coast boarding schools. However, I eventually made the decision to stay at Elgin Academy, obviously, and I can confidently say that that was the right choice. The opportunities I've had and the friendships I've made during my time at this school are priceless. I've definitely had valuable experiences here that wouldn't be possible at any other school. As unfathomable as it seems in my head, I have come to terms with the fact that my days as a high school student are over. Although my class didn't get to experience the many novelties that come with being a senior, such as prom, last day, senior prank, graduation, etc., I realize that I'm fortunate to have had the experiences I've had throughout my years at Elgin Academy. Although it's easy for us seniors to get caught up in thinking about our missed opportunities, it's important for us to recognize and appreciate the other countless experiences we've had in the last 4 years. Sure, we're missing out on a few key events, but everything we've experienced since the first day of ninth grade has formed our high school experience as a whole. So instead of being sad over what didn't happen, let's be happy for the things that did happen. I'd like to thank my teachers for always supporting me and causing me to grow as both a student and an individual. Mom and Dad, I know I don't always show it, but I'm extremely grateful for all that you've done for me since the moment I was born. You've always had my back and have done what's best for me. You've provided me with countless opportunities that I can never truly repay you for. Thank you for raising me into the man I am today and for being the best parents I could ask for. I'd like to thank all my friends that have made my high school experience special. Thank you for all the laughs and memories. The last 4 years have flown by, and I can't believe we're already here. I couldn't have done it without you guys. And to the class of 2020, Thank you for an unforgettable 4 years. Although we may never be in the same room all together ever again, I truly feel that our spirit will live on at Elgin Academy. I know we're all feeling a little anxious about what the future holds for us after this pandemic is over, but I know we will all do great things no matter the situation. Will Smith said it best: God places the best things on the opposite side of fear. Thank you and congratulations.